Do it's Chemdork.
Hello everyone, this is Chemdork and welcome to episode number 11 of the My Buildcraft series, where we are playing Minecraft with the mods Buildcraft, Thermal Expansion, and Forestry installed. Now, today's episode is going to be the start of something a little bit new for us. Recently, or I guess thus far in the series, we've been doing a lot with Buildcraft, or at least we did a lot last season with Buildcraft. And we've been doing a decent amount with thermal expansion as well in this episode, or in this season so far. It's been mostly thermal expansion stuff. This episode, we're going to start on the forestry stuff because forestry stuff's kind of cool, and I think it's time that we did that. So we'll be putting in some forestry machines, setting up the forestry wing, which is actually going to be the south side of the base. It's over there. North side is this part of the base. But first, before we do that, I just want to show you something really odd I found when I was chopping down these trees here. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but like, look at this. It's like a lake of blood. I don't really understand it. It just kind of appeared here and somehow picked it up. And no, I'm just kidding, of course. It's not blood, it's destabilized. There you go. Destabilized redstone. So this is the stuff that you make in the magma crucible. As part of the additions to the thermal expansion mod, so just before we move on to forestry, I'll talk a little bit about thermal expansion stuff. As part of that, they did nifty things where you can now pick up these liquids and they have different properties in this bucket. The first of which you'll note is that it actually puts out a little bit of light, the liquid redstone. I don't know if you could see that, but basically it's getting lighter, see? And when I pick it up, it gets darker over here. Yeah, see, that's kind of one interesting aspect. Another interesting aspect is that this stuff actually does output a redstone signal. So if I place it right here, place a little bit of redstone here, you can see it actually does output a signal, and it corresponds to the level of liquid next to it. It's kind of interesting in that, well, here we go. It behaves, a lot like water and other liquids, where if you put it within a decent amount, you can control the flow like this. So as you see, this the full block can output. It's the same amount as if you put a torch there. It's 15 blocks down to 1 block. So this one. Oops! If I put it right next to here, this level, it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, like 5 blocks, I think. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's 5 blocks, and then down to 1 for the very, very smallest amount. All right. Well, it's really dark now, so let's grab this and go back inside here. And actually, what I can do, I think I can right-click on the liquid transposer to put this back. I think so. No. Can I like put it back? I don't know. Can I like right-click here or something? I don't know. Whoops, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I don't know what I had. I don't think anything was on. Yeah, just a torch. It's cool. Interesting. No, doesn't do anything. All right. Well, I don't know how I can put it back, but now I have it. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the other liquids as well. We're not going to mess with them here because I haven't made any of them yet. So we're going to go into the creative world, look at those liquids first, and then come on back and start on our forestry stuff. So see you in a bit. We are feeling a bit creative now in the creative world, where you see the 3 liquids from thermal expansion that were recently added. And they are, from left to right, energized glowstone, destabilized redstone, which you just saw, and I just kind of went over a little bit, and finally resonant ender. Now, some of these, well, actually all of these, I think, were actually included in thermal expansion before. They just were given a name change. Kind of texture changes, as you can see here, and buckets, the ability to kind of put them into the normal world as liquids in buckets. Pretty cool. We've already went through destabilized redstone. It behaves a lot like water, and it's flowing. It actually does flow 7 blocks from the source block. just like water does in Minecraft, and everything else is the same except it gives off a little bit of light, and it can output a redstone signal that is dependent upon the level of the liquid block. Not sure how useful this is going to be, but maybe there's a use for that. Don't know. The other one we're going to look at is energized glowstone. So let's go ahead and put that in the world and see what happens. Interesting. That's unusual. Well, it is. It's a very unusual liquid. It flows up, as you see. I placed another one before earlier, and I think I have a few other blocks up here from before. But it goes up. It gives off light as well, and this one spreads out 5 blocks from the source. So you can sort of trap it up there. And an interesting feature of this one is that when you run into the liquid, first of all, it does not slow down your progress like going through water does, and you can't really swim in it. But what you can do is become faster and get a temporary speed and jump boost. So it's kind of interesting, kind of cool. I don't know, you might be able to like put those in strategic areas within the base and improve your mobility through the base. I'm not sure, but some people can maybe think of that. You can also fill it into these to make this this glowstone illuminator. You create an illuminator frame, and basically it's working like a glowstone lamp. It just kind of looks cooler, in my opinion. It's pretty cool. And then the third and final liquid is resonant ender. So when you place this in the world, you can see this actually gives off dark, it looks like. Don't know if that's actually true, but it looks like it. It flows only 3 blocks from the source, and as you see, it kind of flows rather slowly. And the interesting feature of this one, besides looking kind of cool, is when you run into it, you turn into an Enderman. You basically teleport away. The teleporting is completely random, and as you see, it teleports you out and up, and I think down too. It's kind of any direction. You don't have to teleport right on top of ground. You actually teleport in the air, and as you see, I'm falling down most of the time. And it's a random sort of teleporting within I don't know how many blocks. Perhaps that's available and known. I'm pretty sure it's the same as an Enderman can teleport, because you can teleport kind of far away. I guess it's maybe not that far away. But you can turn off this teleportation feature in the configuration file of thermal expansion. So, yep. All right, guys, that's kind of all I wanted to talk about. It looks like you can't really use this. I wanted to use this maybe as a way of getting around the base. I thought it would be kind of cool, but since there's no way to control it, it seems, that at least that I know of, it kind of can't be used for that purpose. It's okay. But anyways, so those are the 3 liquids. I decided to just go over them real quick before we got into some forestry stuff. And now let's get into some forestry stuff, because we've been spending a lot of time on thermal expansion. I'm not done with it, of course, but let's spend some time on forestry. Alright, let's head back to the base and get started. Let's get started. So the south wing is going to be our forestry wing. So this is the north wing, I guess. This is the north area of the base. The south area of the base is, like I mentioned, over here. So this is the forestry wing. It doesn't look like much right now. I've dug out kind of this area that I'm marking. This will hopefully be the tree farm. I'm believing this is going to be the tree farm. That's my idea anyways. And before I do that, I have to clear out a bunch of area here and kind of create a very large room, because I need to make it, decently high for trees to grow. And in order to do that, we're going to clear out room using our good old friend, the filler. I need some glass. Now, remember that the filler, when it was changed from Buildcraft versions, which, by the way, we're using 3.6.3, I think now? I think that's it. But from previous Buildcraft versions, what was I getting? Glass, right. This has been changed now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We can actually switch to... we can get glass. This was changed so that the filler removes blocks from top down, and then it also, the blocks aren't really recoverable unless you are following along. Since this is up pretty far, we're at 72Y, I don't really think there's anything in here that we really need. Maybe there's some apatite ore, but that's about it. I don't really think we need anything. I don't care about the cobble, so you know what? I'm just going to use the filler to clear it, and I don't really care about the blocks. We're going to put a landmark right there, but let's get up in here. Oops. And I wanted to put the landmark right there. Sure, why not? I think that'll work. And we'll put the second one there. And there's going to be two more. We're going to put one at this place. Oops, right there. Oh, okay, that's fine. One right there, and no, not right there. One right here. And these four will dictate a box, which is what will be cleared out. Yeah, right here. Okay, so if we just click on this one, oh, no. Let me get rid of that one. This one needs to go there. Okay, so if we just click on this one over here, this should draw the box. Great. I'll place the filler. We can get them all back. I'll grab the other ones later. We'll put a lever here. Oop, put a lever here. Set this to clear mode. And we're going to be using just Stirling engines because they won't overheat on me, and this is plenty. I don't need to do this in a really crazy quick manner, so let's just go ahead. All right, there they go. It'll be going for a while now. I can't really see what's happening up there. I don't know if I can barely see. I don't know which corner is going to be eliminated first, but it'll take a while for this to clear everything. So let me just go ahead and wait for it to do that, and it'll do its fun things. And I'll start clearing out some other areas as well. So now we're going to be putting like the tree farm and maybe some other farms in here. I'm not really sure for this area, but for this side of things, basically from this over here, I'm going to dig out a little alcove, and we're going to use this to place our Buildcraft forestry machines. So I'll be back here after I've cleared out some things, maybe changed the look of this area a little bit, who knows. And we'll start putting in some forestry machines. Whoop. See you in a second. Do-do-do-do-do, I feel like an idiot. Do-do-do-do-do, I feel like an idiot. Do-do-do-do-do, I feel like an idiot. I feel really dumb. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, so there's this little button here. I remember back in the beginning-ish area of the show, I was like, hey, I don't know how to put back my bucket. This is how you do it. So you can go either to this tank or from this tank. Both use energy, so there. Let's just fill that bucket. I like that bucket of redstone. Liquid redstone. That'll be like my bucket I hold forever of liquid redstone. Oh, I hold it near and dear to my heart. But anyways, let's put in some forestry machines. Hey. But first, let's look in awe and amazement at this wonderful little area here that will be a future site of the tree farm. It won't be this big. It's actually not going to need to be this big, but at least it'll be in this area right here. But it's pretty cool. I can have like a nice direct skylight here. Very nice. Nice big open room. I might clear out a little more. You know, we'll see. And I should mention that this is kind of a temporary setup for these machines because I don't know if this is going to be the way I'm going to be doing this. In fact, for all purposes, probably not. This is not going to be the end setup for this stuff. So it's not efficiency right now. Right now, I just kind of want these machines to be in here. So I've made this little alcove area here, as I mentioned, just to put some machines for now. I'm just going to put them here. They're going to share a chest. It's going to be pretty simple controls for them. All right, cool. We're going to be using a carpenter and a squeezer. Those are the #1 items from forestry that I want to use because of this. So I need an apiary. I need to make an apiary in order to start my bee stuff. Which is going to be kind of the next thing I do with forestry. But in order to make the apiary, you can just craft it with an impregnated casing. However, in order to make one of these, you need to use a carpenter. You just throw any wood here, makes an impregnated casing real easy, but you also need seed oil. Unfortunately, in order to make seed oil, you need a squeezer. You can make it through a bunch of seeds, but at least some are really efficient. Well, okay, the seed oil capsule is efficient. But you need to have seeds here, and they make a tiny amount. But eventually they'll make enough for a seed oil can. Not bad. Alright, so anyways, we need a squeezer, and that'll go right here, and a carpenter right here. Now, they both need energy. So let me just actually do that right now. Let me set up the energy system for this. Again, it's not going to be crazy efficient, but let's just run this stuff right here. They cannot be controlled by redstone, unfortunately. Not directly, anyways. You can kind of control them by setting up a redstone energy cell for controlling them, which is kind of what we're going to do. And I think I'm going to put one right here. I'm going to run it into my network here, so start it filling with energy. And then I will most likely, I think what I'm going to end up doing is this. We'll put it under redstone control by doing this. Let's give us some light. Let's dig a hole in here. And I think what I'm going to end up doing is this sort of thing where I stick a lever on the wall that'll just be like, flick this to control these machines on or off. Yeah. So it's 1, 2, third one in. That's the 1, 2, 3. It'll be off for now. Redstone torch. Boop. Okay, good. All right. And then let's just run some redstone. It's pretty simple. That's all I'm going to need to do. And you'll see in a minute how I do this, basically. Yeah, that's, oops. There we go. Perfect. And then this, I'm just going to put it under redstone control. So what this will do is it won't output any redstone energy. Whoops, what did I do there? That's stupid. That's stupid. I meant to do this. Right-click so that it's going out. This is the outline. Oh, you know what? I actually want that to be... I actually want this to be going out the other way, and we want this to be hidden for the most part. There's going to be a wall here. I think I need to get more stone, but that's okay. It's fine for now. I'm just going to do it that way. And 1, 2. That's perfect. And then I'm just going to have this go out, because I want to be able to walk around it for the most part. And then maybe we'll make it go down right here and connect. Okay, so this is under redstone control. So that means that it won't output its signal. Oh, it must be filling up the redstone. The power plant must be running. So it won't output a signal until I turn this on, in which case it'll send power to these two machines. Great. Now the other thing between a carpenter is that a lot of its recipes, and let's just open up the recipe list, the carpenter is not just for making apiaries, it's for making a whole bunch of things in forestry. There's 70 recipes right now. It's for making a ton of stuff, and you'll notice a lot of them require water. Some require seed oil, but a lot of them do require water. So water production and administering to this sucker is pretty important, which is why we're going to put in an aqueous accumulator. But since some things require seed oil, I'm going to want a way of shutting off and on the water. So that's what I'm going to be thinking about, how I'm going to do it. Let me kind of think about this in terms of the best way, but I'm going to use an aqueous accumulator, which can directly output water to this thing. That might be how we do it. So let me think about it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I kind of figured out how I'm going to do it. It's not super elegant, but it's okay. You can put the aqueous accumulator right underneath. Oh, shift-click, by the way, just clears everything. Shift-click on the center. Thanks, guys, so much. Shift-clicking each individual one clears it. It's so useful to have this knowledge. All right, so we're going to put it to the top, which puts it right into the carpenter. Yep. Centrifuge is something we're going to need later. But for now, let's put the two buckets of water. There we go. 2 buckets of water right there. And then this can just be a little stone. Basically, it's just a torch, redstone, pretty easy. Not anything too complicated. And then there's just some water here. I might either... I mean, I could always end up... Well, you'll see. When I turn this on, it should start filling it up. And yep, so you can see it. So you can start to see it. Pretty cool. You can make a pipette for sucking this out. I don't know if you can actually suck it out with engines. If so, I could actually possibly design something where it could automatically siphon it out, because occasionally what I'll need is, I won't want this carpenter here because I'll want one that can use seed oil. I could either use a separate carpenter just for seed oil, which seems kind of silly, or I could use this one and keep it with water. Now, I'm not going to discount the fact that it might make more sense for me to later on just make a seed oil one, but, well, for now, this is going to work. So, wooden transport pipes to suck things out, because unlike thermal expansion engines, most of the machines in forestry you need a powered output. I'm also going to put behind here, this is where I'm going to put then our power for the powered output, which is just going to be some redstone engines. It's no big deal that that redstone energy conduit is connecting here. It doesn't power the engine, so the engines only get powered with redstone, not otherwise. Oops. That needs to be... Oh yeah, right. We didn't put in our... silly. We didn't put in our controls. So our controls for these two are just going to be right here. Just right above them. They're not going to actually control the machines themselves. They're only controlling the output from the machine. So that means... Well, like I said, the actual machines themselves are controlled collectively by that lever over here. This is the machine control lever. It turns on and off these things. And you know what? Let's be fun too. Let's make it so that whenever I turn on these things, it turns a light on. So this should work. So you can see a little bit, gets a little lighter there. That's just kind of fun. That's pretty cool. And I probably could do it in the middle. Could I do it in the middle between the two? No, because it's a double chest. If I make it into a single chest, I can do it pretty easily, but that's fine. I don't really care. It's no big deal. No big deal. Well, actually, you know what? I probably could. Couldn't I just run the redstone wire down here? Can I just do this? Wouldn't that work? I think it would work, actually. I think so. No. It would not. It would not. Apparently not. Alright, whatever. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out later. I might do something different, but for now, it's just whatever. Like I said, I just want something where I can actually make it work. So we're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Okay, let's fill this up with some seeds to make seed oil. You make such a small amount with the seed oil. Let's put some cans in there and see what happens. And let's turn that on. And let's turn this on, which should make this go. Hey, look at it. It's creating seed oil. And there's basically very, very, very little oil being created. Well then. We'll see how much this gives us. Maybe a few cans, who knows, but it'll be enough to make a few, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 apiaries, who knows. So, pretty cool. Alright, but let it be known that we put about, I think we put 3 stacks of seeds here. Let's see how many cans of seed oil we get. In the meantime, let us make this light as we can. And let's just collect some bees. Let's just start collecting bees, because that's pretty much what we're going to be doing now. And we won't get too much into bees this episode. Guaranteed, we won't get into bees. It kind of rhymes. That might be next episode, or it might be after I sort of play around a bunch with bees. But until then, well, here we go. We got 2 scoops. Let me clear out some of this inventory, though, because I don't have an apiarist chest. I want this because this will allow me... Oh, an apiarist backpack, I mean. Like, holy crap, you get a lot of slots for that. But the problem is, in order to do it, you need an apiarist chest. In order to make one of those, you need some honeycombs or some other sort of combs. It might not take too long to get those because you get them by breaking beehives as well, but still. So we'll get an apiarist chest and an apiarist's backpack as quick as possible. All right, cool. Let me be right back. I will see you in a second. Okay, off on adventure. So let's use the scoop now. We used this before. Actually, in the very first episode, we collected some bees. But recall that the world had to be regenerated because oh, that's right. I didn't have the ore generation for both forestry. I had the ore generation for forestry and thermal expansion on, and that created way too much of the common ores between the two. So I created a new world with ore generation only on for thermal expansion, and not the forestry ores that are the same. Was there bees up here? I don't remember, but we already got a honeycomb, so we're gonna probably get an APRS chest pretty soon. While I go searching here for beehives, stick with me because I have a little announcement, I guess, to make, and that is I'll be going very shortly, as in like June 12th. As of this recording, and when this is up on YouTube, I will probably be gone. I'll be going to China for almost 2 weeks or so. So the bad thing about that is that, oh man, we can get a honeycomb. The bad thing about that is that I won't be uploading for a little while. Or at least I don't plan to unless I can schedule some other uploads, but it won't be Buildcraft series. So you'll get that probably in the beginning of July is when I'll be able to start that up again. But just letting you know about that, because I know you guys are expecting me to upload, and I feel like I've been pretty good about it recently. Man, give me another honeycomb. About uploading recently, I've been actually like trying to get things out almost weekly if I can. It's been like 2 weeks. I try to get something out at least in 2 weeks. So yeah. We only have 2 honeycombs so far, so hopefully we'll get more. Ah, good. Good, there's some over there. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Oh, I didn't know there was a cave there. Cool. Yeah, this is actually where we went in the first episode. We went to the desert. We got some stuff here. There's a little bit different beehives here as well. Some are like putting out light, some don't. Oh, that's actually torches. There's some beehives. So like for example, here's one that doesn't put out light. I think one of you guys said it was the ones that don't put out light don't have honeycombs. Okay, I guess that's wrong. I don't know if that's what you guys actually said. Our scoop is almost gone, so let's keep using it until the scoops are totally gone. We did this before in the very first episode, right? And oh, there's 2 there. Cool. I'll also get some snow ones because then maybe I'll get some different types of bees. Although basically the cool thing about bees is they can produce almost everything in the game. I feel like they can produce so many different things with the honeycombs and like what you can do with the bees. Sorry, by the way, it's getting kind of dark here. I might turn on the light a little brighter in this section, so if it looks a little weird, it's because I probably did that. But yeah, bees can make a bunch of stuff. Oh, good, snow biome, so I'm going to get one of those snow stuff. The snow hives. They should be around here somewhere. There's probably tons. Just look for the little light they give off. A lot of them do. And apparently snow falls on them. Snow bees! Hey, weird. This is, strange. Okay. But, cool. I got some snow comb. Oh, I got plenty of honeycombs. That's great. And where is that other scoop? I only brought 1? Didn't I bring 2? Damn. Alright, I only brought 1 scoop, I guess. Am I just missing it? Am I just an idiot? I mean, don't answer that, guys, but, am I just an idiot? Anyways, let's, let me grab some flowers on the way, just in case. I think I have some flowers, but you need flowers for bees as well. We'll get an apiary running, and that might be all the time we have for the episode. So let's head back. I'm going to head back. I'm going to go back and kind of collect these things, put the bees somewhere, at least find a place, and I'll be right back. Crap, guys, I realized I was on peaceful, so I turned it back to hard. That's why there's no enemies here. I'm like, wow, that was really easy. In fact, just because I was on peaceful and now I'm on hard, I'm going to do this. I'm going to fight an Enderman. I'll show you how to fight him. Oh boy, you don't do that. You don't do that. You just, you don't. Oh crap. You do this. What? Oh, what? Oh, acting like you're all big. Oh, damn it, I don't have my Fortune 3 sword. There you are. There you are. Holding your sand, acting like all you're badass. You do this, you get under a tree. Too high because he's 3 high, he can't fit. Alright, so there you go. Just because I didn't turn on the baddies. I'll do that and I'll let the creeper explode. Okay, see you back at the base. Yay! Bee adventure! Kinda. Alright, so we got an apiarist's chest now. Let's make an apiarist's backpack. Put that in the middle. Stick, stick. Wool, wool. And string, 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 string. I am happy! Alright, so let's see how that... Whoa! There's tons of these things. Very nice. Let me just toss all these things out and see what happens when I toss them. Wow, I got a lot. Holy crap. Lots of different ones. And basically what you end up doing is mixing and matching, and hopefully you get a generic variation between them. They should all go into the backpack. Nice. Alright, so that's cool. They have different attributes that you can sort of figure out with using a tool called a Bealizer, and like I said, they make a bunch of things. There's nothing known about them right now because I haven't started using them and I haven't started analyzing them, and there's a lot to bees. So there's been some videos on them. I have to really learn and a little more myself and play around a bit. So, but we'll be making an apiary this episode. In fact, let's make one right now. So let me just keep this separate. Hopefully I have something in order to make an apiary. I have no idea what I need. I forget what I needed. Okay, hey now. Seed oil. Alright, cool. Let's turn that off. We made 1 can. Wow, and it looks like we had almost enough for 2 cans. That's sad. This should be enough to make, I think, an apiary. Yeah, maybe. No, it's enough for a few. Alright, so cool. But we need to get rid of this water in here. Damn. That's the only bad thing about this setup. I haven't tried just pumping it out, but... oh, have I tried putting it in a bucket? Well, anyways, let me make real quick right here. I'll make a pipette. Pipette's something to Forestry as well for this sort of purpose, where you get rid of the last little bit of liquid. I don't know if you can actually suck it out with a bucket. I don't know if you can. You might be able to, you might not be able to, you might not, mate. Don't know. Can't just right click. No, I can't just put it there. No, that's for dropping stuff off. So, but you can pipette it out. And now this pipette should have some water in it. Yeah, you see that. Anyways, let's put a seed oil can in there. Boom, there it is. Can goes away in the process. Interesting. I believe it's... Oh, is it full blocks? Yes, it is. Damn! Yes, the sad music again. Because I didn't bring what I needed. Sorry, guys. Do. Let's bring a stack of wood. Do. This thing will produce it really quickly. It's kind of like an OP setup, but that's fine. That's not a big deal. Alright, so it's just wood blocks all around for an impregnated casing. And then, boom. Let's make one. It makes it pretty slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Thought it would make it slower, faster than that. There's one. Ooh, yeah, let's turn this on. This is if I had it automated. And I don't. But you know what? Let me just... Bam. Let's automate this sucker. Okay, now we need to make this into an apiary by putting wood planks around it. So let's just take one. Didn't I have a... Yeah, there's a crafting table. And let's make an apiary. I'm excited. Oh, I think I need some... If I remember right, I need these guys on the top. These around the edges. And boom, it's an apiary. Yay! And now I need some flowers. Hold on. Hold on. We need flowers. And then we're almost ready to probably call it an episode. Very close. Very close to it. Do. Let's get flowers. How about 2 different types? How about 2 different types? I could put it out here, but I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting them on the other side of my base. Remember I said it's kind of like the forestry wing? Well, that's what it's going to be like. So it's going to be out this door. Thinking now. Could either put it like right over here. You know what, for now, let me just line them all up here. I'm going to put 1 here. Alright, just for funsies. I don't know if you need different flower types. I think you don't. I don't know if it matters. I really don't. And I don't think you have to surround it, but I think it will surround itself after a while. And now let's take out some bees. So we need a princess and a prince, or a drone. Let me just use a modest princess and a drone, meadows drone. A meadows princess and a meadows drone. It's just the most simple. I think you can shift click them. Yeah, you can. Alright, so they come together. They do their thing. And, oh, apparently you can stack drones. I think if this queen goes away, you get a princess. And if I remember right, you have to put some frames in here. And in order to make a frame, you need either... there's different types of frames that allow you to get things better. Let's... Oh, I ran out of seed oil, didn't I? Huh. That was quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do. Cool. Only got 1 of 3 of those. Well, we can make 3 more apiaries. Cool. I might do that. Let me make some frames. I'll be right back. Weird. I just tried to sleep and it crashed my game. That sometimes happens to me. I don't know if it does to you guys. But anyways, I got some, just some little tests we have with bees here. They're not really that much tests. I have them 2 blocks apart. I don't think you need that. And I'm fairly certain that they can actually pollinate and create flowers around them. So you don't need to have all the flowers around them like I have with this one. This one's going because it has some untreated frames, I should say. This one has some frames ready to go. And, oh, man, I have, okay. Ooh, something weird happened. You can just shift-click these frames right inside. These are what allow you to collect honeycombs. So we have this just meadows to make a meadows princess and a meadows drone to make a meadows queen. This I'm gonna make a modest princess and a meadows drone. Yeah, I think it just makes a... I don't know what it's gonna make. We'll see. Oh, modest queen. Alright, whatever. Hostile environment. Oh. I guess they can't work in this biome. Well, they're not doing anything. Okay, so that's interesting. We'll keep that over there. What about a wintry princess and a meadows drone? Let's see what happens. Maybe we'll put a hot and cold together and see what happens. A wintry queen. Okay, cannot work in this biome. Yeah, let's put a hot and cold together. So let's do a few little tests here. We'll just try one of these. So we got a wintry drone. We'll put it with a hot queen. Modest princess, as they call them. This was one from the desert, and this was one from the snow biome. So what happens here? This is kind of our first little test here. I know it's probably available online. Alright, modest queen. There's basically dominant traits and recessive traits, and we could actually do this to figure it out eventually, but for now, what I'm going to do is just make a bunch of... I think I'm just going to get some meadows princesses going and some meadows drones. No big deal. Just boop. And then with this guy, same thing. Alright, so let's kind of call it an episode here. This is at least the start of our beekeeping adventures. The next episode, like I mentioned previously, is going to be most likely in July, so it won't be for a few weeks, guys, because I am going out of the country. I'm going to China. So it's China for business, not for pleasure, and I'll enjoy myself there. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next episode, number 12, which will be... I don't think it's going to be bees, but we might touch upon some of the things with bees. Hey, look at that. They pollinate. What do you know? And I think we haven't gotten a We haven't gotten a honeycomb yet, and I think this is like the life of your queen. So, anyways, we'll figure all this stuff out in due time. This is my very first time messing around with bees after just seeing them being used like, I don't know, a while ago. But anyways, I think this episode's kind of getting a little too long, and we will be back with this. Get it? Be back. Damn, all the puns I can make. Oh, man. But anyways, we'll do this again and continue this in a little while. And in the meantime, a creeper's going to sit in an awkward location. All right. Talk to you later, guys, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Woo!